Here are moments when life takes us down roads covered in confusion. Times when you lose what you once believed you needed. Moments when crisis knocks the breath out of you, or when it feels as if the very ground beneath your feet is giving way. But have you ever wondered if these struggles carry a hidden meaning? That perhaps every loss, every mistake, and every unexpected turn is part of a design far greater than what your eyes can perceive? In the teachings of Buddhism, there is no such thing as randomness. Every moment, every encounter, and every heartbreak is seen as a teacher, guiding you closer to wisdom. Each experience shapes and refines you into the person you are meant to become. In this journey together, we will explore how to trust the silent intelligence of life, how to surrender to what is unfolding without resistance, and how to transform each challenge into a doorway to peace. So if you have ever found yourself whispering in the dark, "Why is this happening to me?" stay with me until the end. What you discover here may forever change the way you walk your path. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps this space reach others who may need a reminder that their struggles too hold meaning. Together, we can continue exploring wisdom, peace, and the quiet strength that lies within every moment of life.
Lesson 1. Chaos, the silent architect of transformation. Comfort is a beautiful yet deceptive state. It wraps around us like a warm blanket, offering the illusion of safety and control. When life flows smoothly and everything feels predictable, we easily settle into that comfort, forgetting that it quietly dulls our spirit. In comfort, we stop questioning, stop challenging ourselves, and unknowingly shrink into a smaller version of who we are meant to be. Buddhism teaches that chaos is not an enemy to be feared, but a silent architect of transformation. It is through chaos that life designs the bridges leading us from who we are to who we are destined to become. Think about it. The most profound transformations rarely begin with peace or ease. They begin when life shakes our foundations, a sudden loss, an unexpected ending, a health crisis, or a collapse of something we believed would last forever. Such moments may feel like destruction, but in truth, they are invitations to evolve. Without chaos, growth remains theoretical. It is only when life tears away what we cling to that we are forced to awaken. Crises become the chisels that sculpt our character, revealing strengths we never realized we possessed. Imagine a seed lying on the forest floor. If it stays on the surface, bathed in sunlight, it will never grow. For it to become a tree, it must be buried in darkness, endure the pressure of the earth, and crack open from within. Only through this struggle does life emerge. We are no different. Without descending into uncertainty, without being pressed beyond what feels safe, we cannot discover our full potential. There is an ancient Buddhist story that captures this truth beautifully. A disciple once asked his master, "Why must life be filled with struggle?" The master silently led him into the forest where they found a butterfly struggling to break free from its cocoon. Moved by compassion, the disciple carefully tore the cocoon open to help it. But when the butterfly emerged, its wings were weak and crumpled. It could not fly. The master turned to him and said, "The struggle is what strengthens its wings. Without it, the butterfly can never soar." Chaos serves the same purpose in our lives. It pushes us beyond the walls we have built around ourselves. It demands courage in fear, faith in uncertainty, and wisdom in confusion. Every challenge forces us to grow, adapt, and release the versions of ourselves that no longer serve who we are becoming. If you look back, you will see this truth clearly. Heartbreak may have taught you the depth of your ability to love. Failure may have revealed your creativity and resilience. Loss may have shown you what truly matters. Each moment of chaos holds a quiet blessing, an unseen force guiding you toward expansion. Buddhism does not encourage us to seek chaos, nor does it romanticize pain. It simply invites us to see chaos as opportunity, a sacred moment of transformation. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What is being born through this?" When that shift happens, what once felt like punishment becomes a passage into wisdom. Chaos is not a curse. It is life's way of rearranging your reality so you can live in alignment with your truest nature. It shakes away illusions, allowing authenticity to rise. When we stop resisting and begin to trust life's deeper intelligence, we uncover a strength beyond our understanding. Life was never meant to remain predictable. It is a living flow of change, growth, and awakening. Just as the butterfly must struggle to gain its wings, we too must embrace the resistance that life offers. For within every moment of chaos lies a hidden blessing, the gift of becoming. And when you trust this process, when you surrender to life's quiet wisdom, you will find that after every storm, a new version of yourself emerges, stronger, wiser, and ready to fly.
Lesson 2. The illusion of control, finding freedom in surrender. From an early age, we're taught that control is the foundation of success. We're told that if we plan well, work hard, and make the right choices, life will reward us with stability and happiness. We chase certainty as if it were the path to peace. But life, in its quiet wisdom, often reveals a deeper truth, that control is an illusion. No matter how carefully we prepare, there are moments when everything unravels. A relationship we thought would last, and suddenly. A job we depended on disappears without warning. A dream we nurtured for years collapses in a single moment. When these things happen, fear and confusion fill our minds. We ask, "What did I do wrong? Why is life turning against me?" Buddhism teaches that life has never followed human plans. It moves according to its own rhythm, unpredictable, mysterious, and beyond our complete understanding. The mind longs for certainty, but life offers only change. It is our resistance to this truth that creates suffering. There is an old Buddhist story about a king who wished to understand why life was so uncertain. His advisor led him to a river and said, "Try to stop its flow with your hands." The king tried, but the water slipped through his fingers and continued on its way. The advisor smiled and said, "Life is like this river. You cannot stop its flow. You can only learn to move with it." We cling to our ideas of how things should be. We tell ourselves, "I will be happy only if this goes as planned, if this person stays, if nothing changes." But life never promised such control. The more tightly we hold on, the more painful it becomes when things inevitably shift. Letting go of control does not mean giving up. It means acting with awareness while releasing attachment to outcomes. In Buddhism, this is called wu-wei, effortless action. It is not passivity, but harmony with life's natural current. Just as a sailor cannot command the wind, but can adjust the sails, we too must learn to work with life rather than against it. Imagine being in a small boat on a vast ocean. If you try to control the waves, you will exhaust yourself and sink. But if you learn to move with them, you can cross even the roughest waters with grace. Life is no different. When we stop resisting its flow, we find peace even in the midst of uncertainty. There is a story of a monk who lived high in the mountains. When a villager came to warn him of an approaching storm, urging him to leave, the monk smiled and said, "If the storm comes, I will welcome it." The villager protested, "But you might die." The monk replied, "If I die, I accept death. If I live,
I accept life. This is not surrender born of weakness. It is acceptance rooted in wisdom. True peace arises when we do our best but release our grip on what we cannot control. Think of your own life. How many times did what first felt like a disaster later reveal itself as a blessing? A job loss that led to a more meaningful path. A heartbreak that taught you the strength of self-love. A failure that awakened hidden courage. Uncertainty is not the enemy. It is life's way of keeping us awake, humble, and open to transformation. Peace does not come from mastering life, but from trusting its rhythm. When we stop fighting the flow, we discover a calmness deeper than certainty. True peace is not about knowing what tomorrow holds. It is knowing that whatever comes, you have the strength to face it with grace.
Lesson 3. The secret purpose hidden within pain. Pain is the language life uses when words are not enough. No matter who you are or what you believe in, pain will eventually find you. Loss, failure, disappointment, betrayal. These are not exceptions, but essential threads woven into the fabric of every human life. What truly shapes us is not the pain itself, but what we choose to see within it. Buddhism teaches that pain is not a punishment or karma's revenge. It is a disguised teacher. It may be a strict one, but hidden beneath every ache and tear lies a profound lesson waiting to be understood. When life flows smoothly, when comfort surrounds us, we rarely grow. True growth demands discomfort, just as a seed must crack open to become a tree, or a caterpillar must dissolve completely to become a butterfly. We too must allow parts of ourselves to break so that something new can emerge. Yet our first instinct is to resist pain, to wish it away, to cling to what we have lost. But often, by doing so, we deny ourselves the very transformation we seek. The Buddha said that suffering is inevitable, but unnecessary suffering is optional. Pain will come. It is part of life's rhythm. But when we cling to it, identify with it, and weave endless stories around it, we turn temporary pain into a lasting prison. There is a well-known Buddhist story that beautifully illustrates this. A young disciple once came to his master in tears, saying, "Why is life so unfair? Why do I always suffer?" The master asked him to bring a handful of salt and mix it into a glass of water. The disciple drank and spat it out. It was too bitter. Then the master led him to a lake and told him to throw the same salt into it. When the disciple drank from the lake, the water tasted fresh. The master said, "Pain is like this handful of salt. Its bitterness does not change, but where you place it does. If you want your pain to taste less bitter, expand your sense of self, become the lake." This story holds a deep truth. When we focus only on the pain, when we hold it tightly within a narrow sense of self, it fills us completely. But when we expand our awareness, when we see that life is much larger than our suffering, the pain dissolves within our vastness. Imagine for a moment that every difficulty you face is not meant to break you, but to awaken you. What if every heartbreak is designed to soften your ego and open your heart? What if every failure is redirecting you towards something more aligned with your soul's true calling? The story of Kisa Gotami reveals this wisdom. After losing her only child, she begged the Buddha to bring him back. He told her to find a mustard seed from a house untouched by death. As she searched, she realized that every family had faced loss. Through her pain, she awakened to the truth of impermanence and found peace. Likewise, losing a job may guide you toward work that brings real meaning. The end of a relationship may teach you the power of self-love. A serious illness may awaken you to the beauty of each breath, each sunrise, each fleeting moment once overlooked.
Buddhist philosophy reminds us that pain is not here to destroy you. It is here to dissolve what is false, ignorance, ego, and illusion. Beneath the surface of suffering lies the quiet strength that has always lived within you. So the next time life places you in a storm, do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Pain is not your enemy. It is the sculptor shaping your truest self. When you embrace its lessons, suffering becomes a sacred teacher, transforming your wounds into wisdom and your struggles into steps toward awakening. In the end, every pain is a path, and every step, no matter how heavy, leads you closer to the peace that has always been within you.
Lesson 4. Dharma, trusting life's invisible order. There are moments when life feels chaotic and uncertain, when plans collapse, relationships end, and everything familiar slips away. In these times, we question ourselves. Have I lost my way? Why is everything falling apart? Buddhism offers a gentler truth. Nothing in the universe happens by chance. Beneath life's seeming disorder lies a silent intelligence, an invisible rhythm guiding all things toward their natural unfolding. This is Dharma, the harmony that holds everything together. Dharma is the way seasons change at the right moment, how rivers find their paths, and how flowers bloom only when it is time. Nature never rushes, yet nothing is left undone. Trees do not force themselves to grow. The ocean does not resist its tides, but we, driven by fear and control, resist life's flow, and in that resistance, we suffer. There is a Buddhist story of a man caught in a storm at sea. The harder he fought the waves, the more he sunk. Only when he surrendered did the current carry him safely to shore. That is how Dharma works. When we stop struggling, life gently guides us where we need to be. This surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. Dharma asks us to act with awareness, but without attachment. To trust that even pain, loss, and delay carry purpose. What seems like an ending is often a redirection. Nothing is wasted in Dharma's design. Our suffering often comes from the illusion of control. We plan, worry, and expect life to follow our script, but it never does. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means moving with life's flow, not against it. In Buddhism, this is wu-wei, effortless action. Like the bamboo that bends in the wind but does not break, we find strength through surrender. When we trust Dharma, we begin to see the hidden order behind every twist of fate. The loss that once broke us may become the turning point that awakens our strength. The delay we cursed may have been divine timing. If you look back, you may see this pattern clearly, how detours led to growth and endings made space for something better. Dharma teaches us not to ask, "Why me?" but "What is this teaching me?" Each of us has a unique Dharma, a path only we can walk. Comparing ourselves to others only brings confusion. Just as a rose cannot bloom like a lotus, your journey unfolds in its own perfect rhythm. When we trust life's invisible order, peace arises even amid uncertainty. We realize that life is not meant to be controlled, but lived, fully, moment by moment, with faith and openness. And in that trust, we discover a deeper freedom, the freedom to flow with life and awaken to the purpose that has quietly been guiding us all along.
Lesson 5. The Path to Awakening, Seeing Life as Your Silent Teacher. Life often feels like a puzzle missing its final piece. Some days flow with ease, while others feel heavy, confusing, or overwhelming. We find ourselves asking, why do things happen the way they do? Why do we lose what we love? Why do plans fail, even when we have done everything right? Why does suffering seem to follow us no matter what we do? Buddhism offers a simple but profound truth. Every event in life is part of our awakening. Enlightenment is not something to be found in a faraway monastery or a sacred mountain cave. It is not a reward meant only for saints or sages. Enlightenment already lives within us, quietly waiting to be discovered. But how do we awaken to it? Through life itself. Every joy, every sorrow, every challenge is a teacher guiding us home to ourselves. The difficult moments we try so hard to avoid are not barriers to awakening, they are the very path that lead us there. Think about the times you grew the most as a person. Were they the easy days when everything went your way? Or were they the days when life tested you, when grief broke your heart open, when failure humbled you, when fear forced you to look within? True growth never happens in comfort. It happens in the moments that challenge us to rise beyond what we thought we could endure. Just as the lotus flower must push through thick mud before it can bloom above the water, we too must move through life's struggles to awaken our true nature. There is an old Buddhist saying, "Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional." Pain is part of being human, but suffering comes when we resist pain, when we refuse to accept life as it is. Awakening begins when we shift our question from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What is this trying to teach me?" In that moment, we stop being victims of circumstance and become students of life. Every experience, no matter how painful, carries a lesson, a small light pointing us toward deeper understanding. Imagine life as a great river. The calm stretches bring peace, but the rapids and hidden rocks teach us how to steer, how to stay balanced, and how to trust the current even when we cannot see where it leads. In Buddhism, enlightenment is not a final destination where problems disappear. It is not perfection, it is perception. It is a deep awareness that arises when we live each moment with openness and acceptance. Enlightenment reveals that nothing in life is wasted. Every person you meet, every challenge you face, every mistake you make, shapes who you are meant to become. Even failure has its purpose. It humbles us, teaches compassion, and reminds us that we are always learning. If life feels heavy today, if you are walking through uncertainty or pain, know this: nothing is random, and nothing is wasted. Every moment is shaping you into the highest version of yourself, the one who no longer fights life, but flows with it. Awakening is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you have always been beneath the fears and illusions. As you finish this lesson, remember, life was never meant to be perfectly understood. It was meant to be lived. Every breath, every joy, every sorrow is guiding you back to yourself. You do not need to control everything to find peace. You only need to be present, open, and willing to trust the rhythm of life. If this message touched your heart or brought you a moment of peace, take a moment to like, share, and comment below. Your reflections may inspire someone who needs this reminder today. By sharing your thoughts, you help others see that they are not alone on their path, and together we create a space of understanding, growth, and awakening for all.
Subscribe and awaken your mind with Wisdom Kingdom.